Alright, what's going on YouTube? I am back with another video. If you're new here, my name is Amy Romero. This is my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. I post funny content. I post weekly as well. Today, I am back. I'm just playing. Either way, today, you guys, I am back for another video. If you haven't been here, make sure you hit that subscribe button like I said. Today, YouTube, I hit 6K subscribers, which is crazy because, like, it's just crazy. So shout out to you if you did subscribe. If you came from TikTok, thank you. If you came from Snapchat, thank you. If you came from all type of platforms, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. You're not gonna regret it. I post weekly, and like I'm gonna be on this YouTube stuff for a long time. Either way, today though, I'm gonna be doing a story time on like the first time I got like, I guess, played / got my heart broken, and that's a deep ass combo right there. Because first of all, like this like broke my heart, bro. Like this is, so I'm literally about to spill the tea for everybody. Before I started, like, I don't want to say like oh I want attention, like look at me, I got playing, I feel bad for, or like trying to like talk trash to the kid. No, it's just like it happened. Now I know now, and not only that, but like it made me to a better person, and now I know what's up with everyone and how like the game works and stuff. Yeah. So don't get it messed up. And if anyone's going through anything, I hope this story can help you because I'm about to give some advice as well, because you know, yeah. Either way, let's start it. But before I start it, hold on, one more time again, my bad. Before I start it, it's gonna be a long story first of all, because I explain everything, okay? I go deep into the details. Although for the story, I'm not gonna say a lot because a lot happened, like over the time. It was a lot, but I'll probably make more videos to this because there's a lot. But like not like obsessing with it. I'll just like make different topics. Did that make sense? That didn't make sense. Okay, but I'll probably like just keep this in mind, like this story, how I got my heart played and like broken or whatever, my heart broken or whatever, has to do a lot with the next couple of videos. Probably not right now, maybe in 2 years, maybe, because it goes deep. Either way, so it was like, so keep in mind I'm a sophomore right now, okay? So last year I was what was I was a freshman, okay? My bad. It was like 2018. It was like, right, wait, yeah, it was 2018, okay? 2018, you know, like when you start school, like when you start, like July, okay? So I was a freshman, and I was going through things, which I'll do another story time, because that has to do a lot on why I started YouTube, and this story as well has to do with a lot why I started YouTube. Either way, it was like around July, you know, go to school, I'm going through things. Either way, it's around like winter break, okay, of freshman year. So I got into like social media or whatever. Like I like wanted to do like social media, like seemed like the numbers rise up, especially because I like doing YouTube. I was like that could do good for my YouTube, you know. I could like tell them to go here, you know. Either way, so I was doing like shout out for shout out, okay? Because like I didn't know what to do at the time. I was like, how do I grow? So I was just like, shout out for shout out, bet. Anyway, around the time everyone was doing shout out for shout out, you see on your story, you can like click and they're shouting out people, and like, you know, it's going crazy, it's everywhere. So it's like perfect timing or whatever. So I think one of my friends is like doing shout out for shout out with like this boy, that's the boy, okay? That's the boy we're gonna like talk mainly about in the story. So I think this is how it goes. Like I saw him, I thought he was fine, like he was, but like me, like I was like, I got like no, there's no way I could like aim for that and like, you know, shoot my shot or whatever. So I was like, whatever. And either way, I think I ended up doing shout out for shout out with my friend. I ended up doing shout out for shout out with her, and then I think I followed him or he followed me, I don't know, but like that's how we like ended up like knowing about each other, I think. And like cause at the end of the day we ended up like following each other, right? Like we followed each other off that. I don't know who followed who, but we started following each other, okay? That's the point. So we ended up doing shout out for shout out, and then from there, like he like gave me his photo, put it up. I gave him my photo, put it up. Okay, I didn't think nothing of it. I was just like, he's cute, but like I would never like. I was getting like new followers like that whole week during like winter break. So I was like posting like, you know, those like, oh, pick a number 1 or 2 3 4 5 for number one, for it to be honest, two, for like a pic, or you know, stuff like that, right? And I was doing that because I was just getting new followers. I was like, I want to know people, and like the kid was following me. It wasn't like strictly aimed at him, but it was just for whoever followed me. So he ended up like asking for like 8 ball, so we ended up like exchanging numbers, and then, you know, we're talking, you know, haha, and then so everything just goes downhill, bro. Like he ends up like asking for like my snap, and I ended up giving it to him like on the like phone, texting messages, whatever. So from there, we like I add him, or he adds me, I don't even know, and then we have each other on Snap now, okay? And this was like winter break, okay? And okay, so we're texting and stuff, okay? He ends up telling me like, oh, send a pic of you. And bro, when they ask you to send a pic of you, you know they're gonna rate you, you know? So I was like, ah. So I ended up taking a selfie, send it to him. I'm like, I know I'm ugly, and then he's like, nah, and I was like bad, like, stop the cab. Like, I got butterflies. I was like, I know I'm ugly, but like, you don't gotta, like, you could tell me, you know? Either way, he ends up like taking videos of himself, and I was like, bro, he's so, I'm not even finna describe him, because like I know people are gonna be like, I know who he is, I know, but no, not. So from there, he's like fine, right? But I didn't think I know like where he lived exactly, so I didn't like think we were gonna like meet and stuff. Either way, he ends up like later on the day, I don't know how, but he ends up like snapping me. He's with like his homies, and he was basically where he was like hanging out with was like with a lot of players. It's like let's pretend like the park is where like all the players hang out, okay? And they have all their homies, and like all them are players, all right? As soon as he sent me that snap, my mouth dropped, and I was like, this kid is a player. Like, I just like knew it like right away. Like the details that he had, I already knew he was like those kids that like played off with you, but like that didn't like set it off, you know? You need to know if they're like link worthy with like other people, and like that's how you just know, okay? And he was link worthy, and I was just like, he's a player for sure. So I was like, bro, like, Amy, you better like not fall for this kid at all, okay? So from there, I kept snapping him. We kept like texting each other, and like I was like kind of like tripping a little bit. I was like, bro, like he's like a player, he's gonna play with me. But I was like, whatever, like, I don't think I'm gonna get played. I never got played. And keep in mind, you guys, I forgot to mention this, I was so new to like this dating stuff. Like I was just so new. Like I never had my first kiss, I never had nothing, okay? Like nothing. Like I never had my first hickeys, like I never had like my first holding hands, I haven't even had my first boyfriend. Like I'm that new, okay? From there, I like had the image that he was like a player. I was like, he's a player for sure. So I don't know how, but I was going through things one night. He ended up like texting me. He was being there for me, he was being like a good kid, and I was like, oh, like he's different, you know? He's like a good kid, he's there for me, but he's kind of a player. But I could be wrong, you know? He could be like those innocent ones that like hangs out with other players, but like is the innocent one. I was stupid as hell thinking for that, okay? I was just stupid. So he would like also like bug, he would like check in, just stuff like that. I was like, oh, like he's a good kid, you know? Like a good kid, whatever. Either way, he was there for me one night. I was just like, I was simping. I was like simping. I was crying, okay? So he was there for me. He was like a good person. I was like, oh, like no one's ever done that for me, you know? Especially like when it comes to guy. Like I was just so new to like dating. I was like oh my gosh, he's the one, you know? When someone's there for you, they're the one. But not like that's cap. Now I know that's all cap. It's like all like, it's all cap. Either way, he would like also say like he was different like from anyone that I fucked with, and like I never fucked with anyone, so I was like, like you are the one, then you are, you know, like the stupid like I'm in love or something like that, but not really in love, you know? But I was just getting the thought like he's different, okay? Just letting y'all know that. I think that night we ended up like texting. I was like, we should think, and then it was like super late night, so I was just capping. He's like, I'm down, and I was like, okay, like calm down, mister. So I was like, no, you know? And then he ends up saying like, oh, like let's just link like another day. Then I was like, oh damn, okay. And I was like, okay, bet. Like I said like a local park around my area. He's like, oh, like I don't live far away from there. And I was like, bet, like let's roll. So I think like it was like around, I think it was Christmas or Christmas Eve. It was literally that day we like ended up linking, and like I was asking him questions. I was like, oh, so how many people have you fucked with, and like stuff like that, you know, like to know people. He ends up saying like list, and I was like this kid is a player for sure. Like if I thought like him hanging out with like his homies who are like our players or whatever was like just something, if he's telling me all the people he's fucked with, like, he's a player for sure. So I'm like, damn. So in my head I'm like, I better not like fall in love with this kid, because like you know how they be, right, making you fall and stuff. Like we talk and like stuff goes down, but like like alright, I'm gonna just say it. Alright, stuff ends up going down. Like I end up getting like my first like hickeys or whatsoever. I was so happy. I was like yes, like look at this. Oh, I end up going to like my ex best friend's house. I'm like, bro, like look at this, like I'm all flexing him, and it's just like, cause I was hyped up. I was like, this is like my first like ever, oh my gosh, you know. So my friend was like, bro, like you better not get like I hooked up on this kid, you know, cause like no, like niggas are like that. And I was like, bro, like chill, like he ain't finna play nothing, you know, like I'm straight, like I never got played. That's all that really kind of went down, like, you know. And keep in mind, like that was our first ever link, okay? So like I didn't even know the kid, okay? We just texted. He was there, he was nice, but we just like we linked it one time and we did stuff, not a lot. We just like, you know, he's sort of made out. That's not a lot, you know, but that is like some like stuff you don't do, okay? Like if you're gonna go out, like get to know the guy first, so you won't like don't like meet a guy and be like, hey, like let's hang out and make out. No, don't do that. If a guy's trying to do that to you, just know he's just gonna play with you. But at the time I didn't know. I was just like, I'm down, you know, so don't do that. Either way, from then on, like the next day I wake up, like my neck is just killed, you know. I'm like, I wake up and like we text, and then he lagged for a little bit, and then from then and now, bro, that was the day that my life got messed up, bro. Like that's the day that my life got messed up. I literally started tripping ball over this kid, okay? I was like, why is he lagging? Like who is he with? Is he with another girl? Like I was like that. I started thinking about us in the future, like if we could like date and how we could. No, it was horrible, okay? You know, texting, and he's like lagging me more, and I'm like, what? Like he wasn't lagging before, so I was like, okay, like he's lagging, whatever. So I'm kind of tripping off, like when he lags, I'm getting kind of sad, you know, and stuff like that. So I'm getting like hurt or whatever, you know, stupid stuff like that. Either way, bro, like this is the day that like I got played, okay? Like fast forward, like New Year's Eve, there's a party going on. So like I didn't go nowhere. I ended up going with like my best friend's house, and then my other best friend came, and we were just there, like all of us, like just three of us chilling. We're like talking about stuff, and I'm like kind of talking about this boy. I'm like, yo, like I think I like him or something. Like I'm just like have like the butterflies for him, you know. So I'm like just telling them, and they're like looking at me like, "That's bien pendeja. You're gonna get your heart broken," like, you know, stuff like that. And like, I'm not even gonna lie. At this point, I just was just so in love with him, bro. I don't know how it just happened. I was just like, I was just in love with him. I don't know what the hell it was. I was like, dude, he's such a good kid. Like, he's not gonna play me. Like, he was there for me. Like, yeah, he lagged, bro. I was tripping, but like, I was like in love with that, okay? So that night, like the New Year's Eve or whatever, everybody went to this park. What the fuck? Everyone went to this party. He ends up going, and I think my friend, she knew that like I had a thing with him. Hold up, this song. My friend ended up going to a party, and she knew that me and him had a thing. I don't know how she did. I think I saw on Snap, like, it was him and this other girl. I think they were, like, too close with each other, you know? And I was like, whoa. And I was like, I wanted to find out more. And then I think that's when my friend, the one who was there, she ended up telling me, like, oh, yeah, like, they're together, like, you know? Or I think she told me first, and then I saw more proof where, like, the guy snapped them. I don't know. And then I ended up going to the girl's story, and I saw it, and it was just so fucking horrible, bro. That night just broke me, bro. I was just so heartbroken. From there, I told my friends, like all my best friends, I was like, bro, I just got played by this nigga. Like, we were talking, you know, we had like a little thing going on, and then he's like with the whole ass different person at a freaking party, you know. So I'm like, damn, like this sucks. Like my heart's broken. I ended up like being super pissed off about it. I was like I'm not gonna let no nigga play me like that, because my mom always told me, you know, like if a kid wants to play you, bye, you know. And that's so true. Like if any like guy wants to ever play you, like I'm telling you, like say bye to him, say, you know, like bye. Like put your worth high up, and if they don't meet your worth, they're not worth it. At the end of the day, they're just some goof-offs that are just messing around in life. They're probably gonna meet up to you later on, but are probably never gonna do that. So put your worth up high, and when they mess up, it's done. It's over. You gave them a chance, you know. Once they mess up, yo, I'm telling you, like, don't go back to them, because I'm telling you, I'm gonna go on with my story, okay? Either way, I was so hurt, bro. I was so hurt about it. I ended up like blocking them, removing them off everything. I was like, I'm done. Like, this is so stupid. Like, and just keep in mind, like, I was in love with him or something. I was attached to him. So I like was hurt, and I was mad, and I wanted to hear from him again, and I just wanted like to not block him, and like, you know, and I wanted to like still talk to him and stuff. I was like, but I got played, so I like ended up looking out for myself, blocking him. He ends up like texting me like, I don't know, 30 minutes later or something like that, or an hour later. He ends up like telling me like, oh, like, why'd you block me, why'd you doing this? And I told him, I was like, oh, like, you're like with the whole different like B, you know. So it's like, what that's your problem? And then he's like, oh, we didn't even do nothing like that, like, you're tripping, like, blah blah blah. He was trying to make me seem and like look like the person who was tripping, but realistically, if you're talking to someone, you're not gonna go be with like so up close to them and like ha ha ha, like, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna fucking hold hands, as he told me, like, oh, I was just holding hands with her. Like, nigga, you're not gonna do none of that, like, you know, you're not gonna do that. So I was just so hurt about it. From there, I was like, I was just super in love with this kid. So I was like, whatever. So I ended up like adding him back on Snap, and I was like, okay, I forget it. And then he ends up apologizing for it, and I was like, whatever. He's like, oh, like, I promise I won't do it again. He's like, I was like, okay, like, sure. Like, I was like, bet, like, say that. And I was just still like so in love with him, which I should have like been like, nah, bro, you played me, leave, like, get out of my face, you know. So I ended up taking him back, and yo, I'm telling you, if a nigga ever plays you, don't take him back. If a girl ever plays you, don't take him back, because when I hear the verse, if like a player will forever be a player, or like if they cheat, they're never gonna stop, like, they're never gonna change their ways, something like that, you know what I mean, right? They're never gonna change their ways, right? This time I was just going through so much stuff he added into that, and then wait till next story time. I'm gonna be talking about why and how I started YouTube. And around this time, I like started my YouTube, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna put my all to this, because he broke my heart. Like, I don't want to like go through the pain. I'm gonna just try and like work up to something, you know. And honestly, that was the best thing in the world, because honestly, it was just so good. Like, look at me now doing YouTube. But we were like sort of like still linking up, and sort of like basically like making out. And at this point, I was like, I don't like doing this. I like want to like, you know, like get into a relationship. So I was like, what are we? I started questioning him. I was like, what are we, like, are we gonna like go after something, you know? And I was like, honestly, like, I don't want to do nothing, like, if we ain't gonna get into a relationship. And then he would like tell me like, oh, like, you know, like, I don't do relationships, or like, oh, like, I'll still be here for you, but like, I don't want to be in a relationship right now. And bro, I should have just take that as a sign and just like stop effing with him. Like, he basically was telling me like, oh, like I don't want to do relationships, like, I just want to like figure out, you know, basically that. So I should have just like took that and like been like, all right, like, I'm gonna just like leave you, maybe we could still be friends, you know, whatever, we had a thing, yeah, whatever, blah blah blah, blah. Maybe we could still be friends, you know, like that. But my dumbass took it to the edge and just got hurt. I liked him so much, by the way. Like, I was just so in love with him. I never felt this type of love for a boy, like, for him. So I'm so stupid. Like, he was telling me this, I'm so stupid. I should have just like left him or whatever, you know, or like stop like thinking about him like that or something. But I'm telling you, like, I couldn't. I was just so in love with this boy. Like, I wanted to like date him, bro. Like, that was like my whole like thing. So I was like, whatever, like, I'm gonna still F with him. Like, we physically touched, and I never done that, and for me to do that to you is like a lot, because like, to me, like, me personally, I would never physically go out and make out with the boy I don't even know, because like that, I'm not me like that. But like, if I like physically, like, we physically touch, like yeah, you mean something to me, because I will never, like, I'm not a hoe, bro. Like, I'm just not. Like, if I do that, it's because I like you, or like I love you or some shit. So just keep that in mind. So like, especially because it was like my first time making out, you know, all that stuff, it was like a lot for me. So I was like, bro, like, I like did all this, so I'm not gonna like just let it go. So my dumbass, I'm not gonna let it go. So I kind of kept trying with him, And I like ended up getting play hardcore. I ended up like hearing like, oh, like he's talking to this person and he's talking about this person. Like bitches would post about him and they would make out, my nigga. Like they would make out, and I was just like, damn, like that would hurt. That would hurt like deep down inside. I was pissed. How can he do that to me? So I was just super hurt through it all. And I was just like, damn, dude, I'm just getting played and played and played. So I was like, I gotta put an end to it for me. From there, I was like seeing posts like that. I was like hearing like he was like messing with these females, and he had like played me the start of the month. So I was just like, okay, like something else ticks me the fuck off, and I'm done with this kid. I'm gonna tell them like we're done. I think I ended up hearing from one of my closest friends, like, oh, like he hit on me, and I was like, I'm done. So I ended up like texting him, we're done. From there, I think it was like on April-ish, March-ish, and I was just like heartbroken because I had a thing for him and he had like done me so dirty. And I was just like, wow, like how could somebody just play me like that and just do me like that when I like I would have kept it so real with him. But no, he had to play my ass. Either way, then and there we ended up we stopped talking. I was just so upset. I was like, damn, like I had a whole ass heart for him, and just him, like no one ever had that, you know. So I was like, damn, whatever. So I ended up like constantly thinking about him, you know, like the stupid, like, you know, trying to forget him and stuff. I was doing YouTube, so that like made me work out to stuff and stuff. So it just made me forget sometimes about the pain. Like I would edit and I'd be like, okay, I'm good, and sometimes I'd fall back and I would think like, damn, remember that time when I feel happy with them. Stupid stuff. 2019 October, he ends up like texting me. He's like, oh, like, you know that one time how you told me like I was just playing around with you. He ended up like admitting it, and he ended up apologizing about it. I was like, bro, you see, like I knew it. He ends up like telling me like that stuff, and I was just like, it's okay, like whatever. And you know how he told me that he would never do a relationship? Like he ends up like getting into like multiple relationships, and I was like what? And I would like, when he like did that, that's when like I would question myself. I was like, damn, like I wasn't worth it like that for him. So when I tell you put your worth up high, I'm telling you put your worth up high, because if you don't put it for yourself, nobody is going to but God. God is the only person that will like give you your worth, because you're worth something to him, you know. But besides that, put yourself as a worth, because no nigga, no female is going to put your worth, okay? So from October, when he told me like, oh, like yeah, I played with your feelings, whatever, like I apologize. We ended up talking again, like I said, and it just took off way more, to the point where like it was hurting me little by little. I put an end to it. So I guess that's pretty it. That's pretty much of the story. This took me literally over a year to be like, all right, I'm done, and like to get over it. Like I don't be thinking about it much. I don't really think about him. Like I don't really care about him no more like that. Like what I had for him is like done, is like gone. Because over time, like, you know when someone just keeps hurting you, like that was it. Like that was it. It was like my first time like getting my heart broken like by any like guy, and God knows that there's more to come. But that one, this first one, honestly was just like, I had to tell y'all, because I feel like this one is something that we could all relate to, you know. We like all been through this. I was like, I know I can relate to my like female viewers, or like maybe male viewers who were like played by females. It just made me realize a lot of stuff. Like one, put yourself worthy. Second of all, always look after yourself. If they're making you feel bad, remove them, bro. Like you don't need them. Third of all, they try to they try to play me, but like at the end of the day, it's like they're the ones that are gonna miss out, because I'm aiming at goals, and God knows what the hell they're doing, trying to play with other people's hearts again. So, and fourth of all, like relationships and guys and females are honestly nothing. Like just chase your goals. That's what it taught me. That's what I'll forever remember of something that hurt me, which is like, honestly, everything you're going through is not worthless, especially if a guy. So yo, I'm telling you females out there, if you're in love with a boy, like just chase a bag, just go chase your dreams, because at the end of the day, they're gonna outdo you grinding. They're gonna do you dirty. They're gonna try to play you. It's like you don't really I hate relationships, period, bro. Like I could never ever like think about talking to someone again because I know they're gonna play me. But it just changed me so much because now I know when a guy's trying to play me, when like somebody's taking me for real, or like when a guy's really into me and stuff like that, you know. If you guys do ever have like questions, or like if y'all ever going through like that sticky situation, like hit me up. My ad is Amy Romero. Like it's gonna be right here. Hit me up, yo. I'm telling you, and I got your back. I don't care if you're a guy or you're a girl. Hit me up. Okay, if you're going sad and if you think your guy's cheating and you don't know if you should leave him, or if your girl's cheating and you don't know if you should leave her, bro. Like it's not worth it. At the end of the day, it's yourself getting hurt. They're the ones who don't care. So get out of the situation and go chase your dreams. Either way, YouTube, that's the story on how I got played. I got my heart shattered, broken by a guy that I thought I loved and I thought we were gonna end up dating and maybe have babies. No, I'm just kidding. And I'm not trying to throw shade towards like anybody. Yeah, either way, YouTube, that's the end of the video. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. A new YouTube video is coming soon. Stick to it, and thank y'all. Love y'all.